we're with Fabiano Caruana. Very quick draw. What happened in the game here?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't take on I mean, obviously I shouldn't take on e5 since the engine shows I shouldn't. After which it's just equal. I didn't realize, like I didn't see my next move. Yeah, I guess bishop a3, and then I guess black waits in general, and then I played g3, king g2. But I don't quite understand also. Okay, of course I should have done this and then tried to slowly improve. But like, was the engine showing this? Because and I sacked the pawn. Yeah, maybe I should have realized that there is some substantial danger for black here, just very long-term strategic danger. But yeah, d5 was a bad decision. And this, I don't really think I have anything. I mean, maybe, yeah, I just have absolutely nothing here. And we repeated moves. I mean, we both could have played on, but there was, I didn't feel like I have any reason to continue. You know, like after knight d7, the only thing I could potentially consider doing was like take a knight e3. And I was thinking that, like, even if he plays c6 here, I didn't really see any reason why I'm better. I don't know, c4. But I have a feeling it's just equal, and I felt like there's more strategic danger for me because a4 is kind of a weakness, while he doesn't have any clear weaknesses. So, not a very eventful game.
You have 4 blitz games coming up. Your thoughts going in?
Yeah, it was likely that it could come down to this, you know, to a completely tied score and 4 blitz games. I mean, it's been a very, very balanced match, I think, overall. Like, I had some advantage in the classical game with white. He had a huge advantage in the first rapid game, but it was very difficult. And I understand his decision to repeat moves when he had like 20 seconds left. I still have 2 minutes, and there was substantial tactical danger for him as well. I mean, of course, it felt like he was winning or close to winning, but if you don't see what to do, you start making random moves and things can fall apart. So yeah, it comes down to blitz. That's not a huge surprise, and hopefully I'll be in good shape.
All right, we'll let you rest. Thanks.
Thanks.
Levon, a solid draw. You had a great opportunity the last game. Did that affect this game in any way?
No. I am always trying to play solid with black if the tournament situation is okay.
Any thoughts about the first game?
Yeah, it was a complicated game. I wasn't sure what's going on. And then I got this opportunity. I kind of spent too much time on deciding what to play, and then closer to the end, and then I was already down to 20 seconds when I actually found like what I want to do, but I was already not sure. Yeah.
Time pressure, definitely a big deal.
I chickened out.
Okay.
Let's say it straight.
All right, well, you got 4 blitz games coming up. It's you and Fabiano. We saw you guys chatting in the VIP suite. You're great friends, but you're always battling these incredible matches. Your thoughts about these 4 games coming?
We always have those, you know, games where everything is decided in the last second. It's always exciting to play against Fabi.
Quick thought on the game you're seeing right now. MVL won a dominant game in the first one, but now it looks like he might be in some trouble here.
It looks extremely dangerous. Normally, when your bishop is stuck on c8, it's a bad news.
All right, we'll see how it transpires in this match. We'll let you go prep for this game against your buddy.
For sure.
Guys, we're with MVL after a big draw against Pragg. We had this one critical moment. You knew it was a tricky position, and this move, knight to d7 that you played, and he did have the response, bishop to c4. Did you suspect that it was on the board, or did it just pass?
I mean, I felt that something was off for me, but already knight bd5 I didn't like, knight f6, queen f2, and knight e4. And here I couldn't find the concrete way, but it goes with pawn sack. And of course, my pieces are so terrible. I mean, on the queen side, that it might be a winning attack, but you know, I mean, after bishop d7, it's still hard to see, but probably rook8, queen g6. I guess maybe we both missed this.
Looking kind of like one of those old book puzzle rush kind of
this
positions.
Is for your coach.
Yes, exactly. So you got to feel good. You got a break. Oh, but let me ask you though. At some point, his time pressure was so bad. Did you start thinking at the end of this game, maybe I keep playing and maybe get that full 4 points?
I thought so, but I didn't want to take unnecessary risk. Here, like, of course, Queen B2, but I couldn't find after Rook G7, and apparently Bishop F5 is good, but Rook G7. So I thought, you know, I have the draw in hand. It's a good result.
What about something simple like, after King F2, let's just go back 1 second. After King G1, what about just playing like this position? Boring to be sure, but maybe you just keep playing and see if his time pressure costs him anything.
Yeah, but it might cost me, like, also because this becomes easy to play for white. Like Queen F2, I mean, after Rook E1, the good thing is like King H2, Queen D6, no Queen exchange, and it's boring, but also very good, very dangerous, practically. And King F2, I was hoping to find something. I couldn't, and I thought, okay, let's make a draw. That's a good result.
It is a really good result. You got 4 points and 4 blitz games, but he can only get 2 points at a time. What's your strategy going in?
Play normal, see what happens. I mean, I feel like I'm in good shape. Both games were of very decent quality. I mean, there was this scare, but it's also mostly due to Pragg putting me under severe pressure in this opening. So I'll just look for my chances and, you know, whatever happens, but at least I got some safety net.
Absolutely. Well, we know you're a great blitz player. Good luck in the blitz games.
Thank you.
What an exciting round we just had. As a matter of fact, incredible MVL clinching, and Fabi now setting himself up in a golden position, winning with the black pieces with 1 game to go with white, and just needed to make a draw to seal the deal. This game he had, it just really was a story of Levon collapsing under the pressure. If I can just take you through this King's Indian, they got to this position, no problem here. It's just a position. White has space. Black is looking for his own counterplay, but not really much to write home about. A typical F5 plan by Black. And now is where the game got really interesting, because this big consequential trade on C5, it seemed like a good idea at the time. It's going to end up being the bane of his existence in a few moves, because after takes A4, now the B file, as you can see, is wide open for Black. He brought his knight back into the game and then played the move Rook to B8, and he's going to have eternal pressure. It's like, why did you trade on C5 and give me this B file? Now I've got clear play to work with. And so now B3, that doesn't stop anything, just a weakness on the square. Fabi did play the move Rook to B4 here. The engine is not really happy with the move, but now is when it starts. Knight to B5, not a great move, looking like you're trying to plug up that B file. But check this out, a trade, and now the F file is open, both rooks being excellently placed, and the king with trouble along this file. How does white get his king to the king side? Well, he thought, I can't do that. Let me try to get the other way. And so in this position, Black played C6. He thought, let me just rip this position open and cause some trouble. After takes, now queen to C2, and now Black played this move, Rook to F4, and this was a rambunctious move to be sure, saying, go ahead, take my rook, I dare you. Turns out it's not 100% accurate after all, because white could have played this amazing defense, something you would not suspect is a good idea, because after queen to B8, knight's under attack, the B-pawn's under attack, but it turns out you could take, and then play E5, hitting the G6 pawn if you take. Queen takes, and it's white who's checkmating. That was an opportunity that he missed. Instead, after rook to F4, he panicked. Pawn under attack. He played knight C3, rook to G4, and now he castled queenside, which is what he was trying to do, trying to aim for. Well, guess what? Not a good idea. Now the attack is coming multiple directions. King B2 defending the pawn. There goes one button down. He plays rook up. There goes a second pawn. And that's all she wrote, because now an exchange sack followed by D5. And look at the march of the central pawns. Levon, with no time on his clock, got desperate, took on D5, but this did not help. His king is terrible. Queen B4 check is coming. He tried to defend with queen takes pawn, but rook takes on G2. Look at white's king. It's just caught in a crossfire. You're not surviving this. Rook D1, E4 with check. He had to block, because king to C4 has this check coming at you. And bishop to d4, you're caught by this check. The king just has nowhere to go. Again, king up is rook check. So just with total desperation, he played here the move rook to d4. Now queen g3, and there are pins everywhere. And he had to resign. No defense in this position. Just a tremendous attacking game by Fabiano. Levon, again, remember, there's that knight takes on c5. Ended up costing him opening the b file. And we see that Fabi has a fantastic situation. A draw wins him the match and takes him to the finals against MVL. As we are with Maxime Vachier-Lagrave, who has now cemented his place in the finals. Maxime, you had a great +4 points after the Rapid, and then he came back and won a game. Tell us your thoughts after that victory by Pragg. You had to feel a little uncomfortable.
A little bit, but I decided to not try and force a draw, but to play normal chess, and well, it backfired very quickly.
What happened?
Yes, here in this position, I know the plan is a4, b4, and I started with a4, but it allows bishop c5. And suddenly, I just couldn't find a way here in this position. So apparently a5, ab, knight a3. But that may be the only way, like I was considering, because bishop b2, like, yeah, d3. And
that looks ugly.
Yeah. And I was considering moves like, I don't know, f4, but then d6, king h1, c2 was, and here you have to find queen h5, but it's a piece. But anyway, like, I don't know, maybe there's some better way, but after queen f6, I was very happy to at least have rook e3. Like, it looks terrible, but it's much better than, you know, good practical chances.
Potential dark square control with that bishop, which turned out to be a very good
here,
victory.
knight c3 apparently is already good for me. I mean, okay, I took without thinking twice. Okay, apparently knight c3, okay, whatever happened. And here, yeah, like, I know I'm probably lost, but at least, yeah, rook f8 looks like it has to be the way. But I think, yeah, Pragg was going to go for this, I think, and we both missed, I guess, that this.
Ouch.
Yes. And this would have been a tied match. And instead, suddenly, we got to this endgame. And, like, yeah, I mean, as to take on e3, of course, like, and suddenly after knight h3, already I felt like maybe I'm going to win this game. And I thought g5 had to be played to avoid knight f4, because once I get the pawn on e6, here, I mean, it's obviously not winning, but very, very difficult. And suddenly after I got h5, but already I knew practically it's winning. It got complicated at some point, but in the end I got it. And, like, I'm happy about it, but it was really a lot of nervous moments.
With this kind of victory, it wasn't the one where you just play nice, smooth, simple game, start to finish. Do you say to yourself, it doesn't matter, it's blitz, I got in?
Definitely doesn't matter. And also the fact that my position was so bad helped me once we got to this endgame. Because if Pragg is in a position of defense from the start, he will probably defend much better. And suddenly, like, he was, like, frustrated, understandably, and I've, you know, been on the winning side of this, been on the losing side of this. Once you know, feel like you miss your chances, and also, like, in such an important setting, obviously.
Absolutely. Will you watch this final game between Levon and Fabi?
Well, first I have to play my own, but...
oh, a game is required despite having won the match?
We play all games.
Oh, you play all games?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I don't mind it. Those were the rules, and I think it's completely fine here. And but, you know, the problem is I'm black, so I cannot really see what's happening in the other game. And also, I mean, I still want to play well anyway. Okay,
well, then I'll let you go. I thought I was just spending quite a relaxed time. I didn't catch that about the rules, so my fault.
Yeah.
Good luck in your last game to finish off in a good way.
Thank you, Maurice.
You know, it's funny, we're about to jump on, Fabi says to me, who did you pick to win? And I paused and I said, you, of course. He said, no, you didn't. You can check the facts. We will show you that I did pick you to win. But now you did win this, and there it is on the screen. Thank you very much. I'm the only one who had faith in you. Not your good buddy, Christian, by the way, your C-Squared podcast teammate. But At any rate, you can talk to him about that later.
Well, Christian's out now.
We can do it, no problem. At any rate, let's get to the critical game. It was really the last round that was the big one. That was a truly exciting game, and it was surprising how quickly and easily you won once he opened up that B file and gave you some chances.
Yeah, it was a really close match overall. I mean, both of us were struggling to make any headway. We had some chances both in each game. I mean, I just wanted to keep sticking to the King's Indian because it was my plan before the tournament. I just wanted to learn a new opening, so I studied the King's Indian in like great detail before the tournament just to try something new. And I thought
you tried a new opening for the Grand Chess Tour Finals.
Well, when am I going to try new openings? Why not?
You could try to some random Rapid and Blitz event somewhere else. For the finals?
Yeah, well, it did work out.
It did? Wow, these days you could prepare anything.
No, but it's also not a bad opening. It's just very, very risky, of course. And there are some specialists who play it all the time and know it super well. I'm not one of them. So I thought it would be nice to at least try something new. He was trying a different approach in every game, and he played a line that I knew a little bit. Although I usually start with this move order, which is a bit different. But I used to play this with white quite often. And yeah, we got a kind of typical King's Indian position where, yeah, I mean, everything could be kind of debated about what's good or not.
Were you surprised by the exchange on C5, or you felt like it was still...
I thought that here he would play like Queen C2, B6, long castle, something along these lines. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I wasn't sure. I mean, probably white's a bit better, but it's kind of what you expect in the King's Indian. Black is more or less okay. But it's not unusual to play this because he can block the B file with putting the knight on B5. The good thing is that I haven't... If I play F4, then I think it's really great for white. But because I still have the tension in the center, I can kind of stop his knight from going to B5 so easily. But then I played this very stupid move, rook B4, and I was like, with Queen Z2, I just have to go back at some point with the rook.
Because your rook might be in trouble.
Yeah, it's so stupid. But it kind of provoked him into knight B5, which suddenly makes things very, very interesting. Yeah, I was considering rook F4 first, but then I thought I'll play C6 first, and like I thought anyway Queen C2 that's going to transpose like C6 here. But rook F4 was my idea, but I just thought that this was a better version, which I see the computer's very, very critical of. But the thing is, I missed that G6 is hanging.
Right, we talked about this actually.
And luckily, I think I'm still. I mean, I checked it after the game that I'm still okay in this position, but he can make a draw will with Queen F7 and so on. But yeah, it came down to one blunder, which already it's probably not a good position for him, but in Blitz anything could happen. He just missed rook C4. I mean, he was very chill here. And then at first I thought, you know, maybe he saw something after rook C4, but of course there's nothing. And he reacted very strongly, naturally, because it's just everything collapses. It's such an important pawn.
Yeah, the game went down quick with this maneuver. Then you play this next game. You got the white pieces. It's a big edge. He tries to mix it up in the opening, and then you end up winning. It turned out to be sort of like...
I didn't win the game, though.
Oh, sorry. You did draw. That's true. Yasser said the key is make the perpet. Play to win, but make the perpet. Was that your thinking?
Yeah. Well, once it's a guaranteed draw, I really don't see the point of playing for a few rating points. I've already lost like 80 Blitz rating points this year, so I don't see why I should care about 5 more. And I thought it was just a professional approach. Of course, I'm up 4 pawns in the final position, completely winning, but yeah, it's just, I felt like the right thing to do, even though it's pretty much like a 99.9 that I do win the game.
You get MVL in the finals. You haven't played him as much as Levon, obviously, but what's your experience with him going into this classical Rapid and Blitz match? Yeah,
we haven't, of course, probably Levon is the player I played the most, but Maxime is also up there. I mean, we played a match in 2010.
You're going way back.
It was the Beale Chess Festival, which was a young, at that year it was a young tournament. Everyone was like under 20. There was Wesley So, there was Anish Giri, there were all these players who later became top players. And the final was a 3-way tie between myself, between Maxime, and Nguyen Ngak Trungson. And I did prevail in that long ago match. But I'm just very happy to be in the final. I know it's going to be super tough. Maxime is in good shape, obviously, and always a really challenging opponent. But I'm ready for a fight.
You're a challenging opponent as well. Well, good luck. I'll get you a chance to rest and see you tomorrow.
Thank you.